Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing something a little bit different. 2026, let's try out some new things. I am going to do a weekend vlog, and today is actually my dog's birthday, so we are outside. We're gonna play fetch for a little while. It's like 32 degrees here in South Dakota, so it's still pretty cold, but it's definitely nice enough to be outside today. So I've got laundry going, I've got the dishes going, my chores are done. Now it's time to play. They're itching to come outside. Okay, now that I can barely feel my fingers, I'm gonna come in and tackle taking down the tree and the mantle. I'm sad to see it go. I feel like this corner always looks so bare without the tree. It's like so fun and festive around Christmas to have it in here. I am ready to take it down. I'm ready to just get it over with. I do just take these like kind of cheap bulbs that you get from Walmart and I just put them in a bin, like in a big storage bin like this. I know some people like wrap up their ornaments, and if I had glass ornaments, I totally would, but these ones are just cheap plastic ones that I've reused over the years. So I do have a few nice ones, and those ones will be getting packaged away separately. While I'm working on this, I'm going to be listening to Deep Cuts by Holly Brickley. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. According to Goodreads, I read, listened to 107 books last year. I listened to them like while I'm doing chores or working or driving, just, to pass the time. I'm about 11% in, so I've only really just started. It's very music heavy, so if you don't know a lot about music, this might not be for you. It kind of seems like a romance / coming of age story, but we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna listen to this and get to it. right, we are back to normal over here. I feel like decorations always look a little weird right after you set them up, so I'm gonna live with this for a few days and then maybe toy with it if I don't like it then, but this is the setup for now. Okay, we ran a few errands. We had to go to Walmart to get dog stirs. They're kind of like an ice cream treat for dogs. And then we took Leo to PetSmart so that he could pick out a toy for his birthday. We do that for all of our dogs. And of course, we had to stop at Crumble so that we could get ourselves a little treat for Leo's birthday too. And now it is that time of night where I hop on my treadmill. I know this time of year, exercise and diet is a really big topic. I do work out every day. For the past couple of years, I've done a major lifestyle change. It did not happen overnight. Like I said, it's taken me 2 years to get to this point where exercise is just part of my normal schedule. So don't feel bad if you're just starting today or on the 1st or next week. Just know that you're not alone. There's so many people that struggle with this. We trained for a 5K this last year, and honestly, I never thought I would be able to run a 5K. I didn't think I could even run 1 mile. It takes time. And if you're putting in the effort, that's probably more than 90% of people. You're not always going to feel motivated. You're not always going to want to exercise, but it really does help. It really helps your physical health and your mental health. Trust me on that. I'm no expert. I'm not perfect. That's just my personal experience. There are so many different ways that you can get your exercise in. And a lot of the times you can find something that you really enjoy and makes it fun. So today I'm going to run a 5K on the treadmill, and then I usually strength train a few times a week, and I also have an exercise bike in the basement that I use. I've taken Pilates classes, and in the summertime we golf a lot, play pickleball, tennis, ride our bikes outside, take the dogs for a walk, but it is winter, it is cold, and it's dark. I'm not one of those people that's gonna run outside in the dark. Let me know if there's any good shows that you're watching on Netflix or Hulu right now. I am just finishing up Ginny and Georgia season 3. That's what I have queued up on my iPad here. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. Also, I know that running is kind of having a moment right now. I feel like running has become a lot more popular. It is okay to be slow. That is just fine. I'm not going to be running this fast. I'm doing zone 2 training, so I'm trying to keep my heart rate low. So this is going to be a slow 5K. I'm going to hit the treadmill, and then we're going to celebrate Leo's birthday. Good morning. If you guys are in the market for a curler that gives like this kind of bigger curl and not like a loose wave, I really suggest this type of curler. I know it's a interesting shape, but I've been using this one for years and it works really well. I don't think they actually make this anymore, but you can find them really easy on eBay or Poshmark. I'm going to do my makeup, and then we are going to, I think, maybe get a fun coffee. I do have some herbal tea right here, but might need a little bit of caffeine for the road. We are on our way to a family reunion. It's a couple hours away, so we're just filling up on gas. And then, of course, I had to get a fun drink. I mean, what's a road trip without a fun drink? I got an iced coffee, even though it is really cold. There is a really fun Goodwill in Sioux City, so we'll see if we have time to go. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we can do a little thrift with me later, but let's hit the road. After our family get-together, we did have time to stop at Goodwill, and this one is special because it's a retail store and it's an outlet. So we started out in the store. I was happy to see that this store still had shelves on top of the clothing racks, but they were all pretty empty, so I just made my way to the back of the store to look at the rest of the home decor items. There was a lot of really pretty plates and glassware here today, and I kept seeing these broccoli looking plates. I'll show them to you a little bit more later, but they were all over the place. I think they're actually supposed to look like trees, but every time I looked at them, I just saw broccoli. As always, let me know if I am leaving behind a treasure. Is there something you would have picked up from this Goodwill? I'm always curious to know what you guys are looking for when you go thrifting, so make sure to leave me a comment down below. Here's a closer look at my little broccoli tree plates. They're so strange, but I do love them. I almost picked up this butter dish. I really do not need another butter dish, but isn't it gorgeous? I almost picked up this tiered display for the wedding. It would have been good for cupcakes or another dessert, but it was just slightly off kilter and we didn't know how we would repair it, so I did leave it behind. And I'm really sad I left this jar behind. I was gonna come back for it, but I forgot. It would have been so cute for like cotton balls in the bathroom. You see the vision? We are gonna be testing this baby later to see if it's uranium glass. Really loved this painting and the frame was in really good shape. It was only $2.75, so I did take this one home with me. This Goodwill had a lot of really nice artwork and frames. I really loved that gold one, but it was not in good shape. It needed a lot of repair. And this frame did come home with me as well. The artwork is on canvas. It's just gorgeous. Now we are heading over to the outlet center, and you guys might know it as Goodwill bins. We got here at the perfect time. It was 2 o'clock and they were just switching out all of the bins. If you've never been to a Goodwill bins store before, basically every 2-ish hours they will stop everybody from shopping. You have to get off of the floor and they will wheel out new bins with new merchandise. So we got there just in time and everybody was running to these bins. It was kind of crazy. I do have kind of mixed feelings about the bins because I know that most of this stuff is going to end up in the landfill, in the trash. It is kind of sad to look at all of this and to realize how much we overconsume here in America and to see people digging through what will essentially soon be trash. It gives you a heavy feeling. Like, it is also cool to find something at Goodwill bins and rescue it from the trash, but it's just a mix. It's bittersweet, I would say. Especially when you're looking at vintage items and you know that this is a piece of history that will soon be gone. It's just such a bummer. And I know a lot of people come here to resell, and honestly, I know a lot of people have opinions on resellers, but if they are coming to the bins and they are saving things from the trash, let them do it. Let them come to the bins and save this stuff. These items are weighed by the pound, so if you're willing to get your hands dirty and dig through the bins, you can find some treasures. Goodwill used to have these stores where they would sell everything for $1. I haven't seen one in a long time, but if you guys remember that, let me know. Looking back on this video, I am regretting not getting this frame with the bird photo in it. It is so sweet. And this little mirror as well would have been perfect for a gallery wall. I don't know why I didn't think of that at the time. Sometimes I'm kicking myself when I'm watching these videos. I'm telling myself, why weren't you looking at that? Why didn't you buy that? This chess/checkers board was so beautiful with the brass inlays, but it was really damaged, so I left it behind. Here is my haul for today. I spent $8.50 for the 2 pieces of artwork and the juicer. I'm really happy with that. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to go thrifting, so to have 2 pieces of signed authentic artwork is amazing. I'm thrilled with that outcome. Okay, you guys, I tested this one and it is uranium glass. I'm not sure if it's gonna read very well on camera, but it is glowing. I have 2 other vintage juicers and I thought I would test them too. And this one not uranium. But this one is! I thought for sure it wasn't because the green is so light, like compared to this one. But they are both uranium glass. So exciting! It's halfway decent outside right now, so I am also going to take down all of my Christmas decorations outside. I'm kind of sad to see them go. Again, just like my Christmas tree, I feel like it's going to look really bare out here, but I wanted to show you guys my cute decorations before I take them down. We've got this inflatable wiener dog. We've got these polar bears that I got last year for Christmas. And then we have our elf who is tipped upside down in the ground. We've got the hooligans that are always watching me. They're always watching. I also have one more tree to take down in my basement, and before I tear it down, I wanted to show you some of the fun vintage ornaments I've thrifted for this tree. Starting out at the top, we have this little doxy. And then we have this fun little mouse on an answering machine. You can actually plug him in. The plug that he has doesn't work on the type of lights I have, so I've never actually plugged him in. But in theory, you're supposed to be able to press here and he says a little something. Here we have just some more modern ones that I've been given for Christmas. Here's another fun little vintage one. You spin this at the bottom and all of these little creatures poke their head in and out. We have some more modern ones. Here is a little mouse that does a little peekaboo. My niece made me this one for Christmas. Isn't that adorable? And we have another fun one over here. This guy can also be plugged in. These ones I got as a set from a garage sale many, many years ago. And it came with reindeer, snowmen, and Santa all in this same style. Here's that snowman version I was talking about. I think my mom has the Santa one on her Santa tree. These I got from a vintage shop. I don't know if they're actually meant for a Christmas tree because they kind of look Eastery. I have one here and one down here. But I put them on my Christmas tree. I think they're fun. This one I've had for a long time as well. I have this little raccoon. Then another little mouse right here. This is actually a little picture frame that I hung up. This tree is a lot more eclectic than the tree we have upstairs. That one's more classic, and this one has all my fun ornaments on it. So I'm going to start packing this up, and then it is time for me to get on my exercise bike and get my exercise done for the day. I think that wraps up this weekend vlog. I hope that you enjoyed this style of video where it's kind of a mix between a vlog and a thrift with me. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.